Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. Let us start today's Bhagavad Gita contemplation with the prayer. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishthaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Yes. So here we are to contemplate on the gist of the 7th chapter, which is vijnana-yoga. Shall we start with the first shloka? Let us first chant. Not us, the person who is going to explain it, talk about it. It's enough if she or he chants. And then we can all mentally go along with that. So I will share the first shloka here. Yeah. 7.3, Shaila.
Hari Om to all Atmajyotis. Shloka is, this verse is 7.3. So, Manishyanam Sahasreshu Kaschid Dedati Siddhaye Yatathamapi Siddhanam Kaschid Mam Veti Tattvataha. This goes amongst thousands of persons. Hardly one strives for the perfection, and among those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth.
Yes.
So this verse, Manushyanam Sahasreshu, is after 84 lakh yonis, like from small organisms, insects, animals, plants, we come to the this soul of human. Kaschid Didati Siddhaye. So Krishna has used the Siddhi for perfection in the spirituality part, not the Siddha who makes magic and specialization in one thing.
Correct.
So, in so many innumerable souls, few souls are just fortunate to come in this path, to take the birth, human birth. Among them, few souls will come to the path of this spirituality, and among those few souls who get the awareness of the pure divine glories of the Lord, then how could this soul be perfect? So if he is perfect also, if he won't be unable to get this awareness, because without the bhakti or the loving devotion, it won't be possible to know the Supreme Lord. Like through Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Hatha Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So this we cannot know unless I include devotion in the practice. He is also pervading, but know only through the devotion.
Okay.
Then the devotion enter only through this practice of Bhakti Yoga. He enters into the full consciousness.
Okay.
The Atma who do not include in devotion in their sadhana attain only the limited theoretical knowledge of the jnana. So this jnana should take into the vijnana, like the pure science, as Guruji says, it should be applied science. So Bhagavan states in this verse that only a few among numerous humans knows him, the absolute truth. Thank you, Hari Om.
Hari Om, Shaila. Okay. Very nice explanation. Thank you. Any questions? So are we saying here that without bhakti you cannot have jnana, or is it the other way around? Without jnana, bhakti Is it okay to have mere bhakti without jnana? What is your opinion? ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಅಂತ ಕೂತಿದ್ರು ಓಕೆನಾ ಅದು? See what has Krishna said in the, I'm not challenging, I'm just trying to discuss the various aspects. So Krishna has said, no, the one who knows me in my essence, he is the most dear to me, the ಜ್ಞಾನಿ is more dear to me ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಏನನ್ಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? So idrolge you stressed only on bhakti, no? Without bhakti you will not get that perfection, you said, no? Siddha.
No, both are possible, madam. Like it is just the path. So each soul have a different like path. So bhakti is also one path. It is easiest path. So it leads towards the Lord.
Correct.
And another path is also pure jnana. To attain the Lord.
Yes.
It leads us inside, inwards.
Depends on the swabhava of the mukshu, which is more easy for that person, that they will take to, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, please carry on. Yes.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I am. We are.
Krishna sent Uddhava in his own dress to the gopis, telling him, please go and teach them meditation. These gopis are all the time crying for me, and they are not able to have the jnana which you have, Uddhava. Teach them that. Please go and teach them that. So he comes here. That is when the Brahmara Gita happens. He says, who are you? Why are you coming in my Krishna's clothes and all? And all that. These gopis argued with him, and at last he said, no, Krishna has sent me to teach you meditation. So okay, they say, tomorrow morning you come, sit, meditate. And he says, all the time you should be thinking. So that time Gopi says, Are Baba, we are having that already. Tell us how to forget him.
So beautiful.
It was more for Uddhava to learn that bhakti is very important.
Bhakti is very
not
important.
Only this varat jnanam with with no feelings whatsoever.
Yes.
It is when you have that jnanam plus bhakti, that is the time you get the sweetness.
Yes.
The kindness.
Bhakti. Yeah, bhakti. Very well said. Bhakti puts that sweetness into it.
The compassion.
Yes.
The love.
Yes.
You will be exuding God's love.
Correct. In fact,
and we are not talking about simple Rama 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 here. It is a height of bhakti.
Height of bhakti.
Now, when Ramana used to chant, tell stories, Ramana is supposed to be full Advaita, Jnani, all that. But when he used to tell stories, you should see, he will cry like a baby.
Correct. So full Jnani also will turn into Bhakta only.
Bhakta will also turn into full Jnani only. Now Mirabai.
Correct.
Was
full Bhakta.
Full Bhakta. But towards the end, she became a Jnani and became one with the Jagannatha.
Yes. So only we need to look at the life of these enlightened souls and we will know that the Jnana and Bhakti are not different.
Satteva chit, chitteva sat, like that. Existence is consciousness, consciousness is existence. Jnani is Bhakta, Bhakta is Jnani.
Yeah. So
you cannot separate them.
You cannot separate.
Yeah, at our stage you can separate.
At our stage we can say, no, I like Jnana better. No, I like Bhakti better and all. We can choose.
No. That's not true.
So this Anandamayi Mata, no, she is Anandamayi, not that Amritanandamayi, Anandamayi. She was a Bengali in the mid 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. And she was a completely that motherly, she had that motherly affection to everyone who came to her ashram. And she was the epitome of bhakti, prema, love, compassion, everything. And once this, I have recalled this here on this in this class. Once Paramhansa Yogananda, he came from the US, he was visiting India, and he went to her ashram to see her. And the moment he got down from his vehicle, the car, the Anandamayi Mata came running out of her ashram, and he fell at his feet and then hugged him and said, "Father, you have come to see me," she said. So this man was taken aback. He said, "Mataji, we have never met before. This is the first time we are meeting each other." So she said, "I have been forever around. You also been always around. Where is the question of separation between you and me?" She said. That is a complete height of Advaitic realization, that I and you are the same. So she was on the outer, she was all bhakti. In, she was all jnana. Even of Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, this is said. Vivekananda on outer, he was all jnana. He used to talk Vedanta. He was extremely practical, everything. Inside, he was all bhakti. He was full of devotion for his master, Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna, on the other hand, outer, he was all bhakti. Kali, 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 Kali Mata, always swinging at Kali and dancing and all that. His expression was full of bhakti. Inside, he was full jnana. Complete, he was settled in Advaita Jnana. So, like Nirmala ji pointed out, ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ರಾಹುಲ್, ಸಂಗೀತ ಜ್ಞಾನಮು ಭಕ್ತಿ ವಿನಾ ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗಮು ಗಲದ. O Manasa, the knowledge about music will not help us attain Sanmarga unless it is coupled with Bhakti. Tyagaraja's very famous Kirtana, Sangeeta Jnanamu Bhakti Vina Sanmargamu Galada. Beautiful. So anything we learn has to go deep inside. Jnana, if it stays in the head, music, if it stays in the head, you will have to look at the notes, like all the Western, I don't know why. I have never seen Indian, classical singers. While you do gamaka, while you do that paluku, you don't have notes. It's all coming from inside, isn't it? It comes from inside. Idella hedodu. Alva, Rahul, Sneha, all the singers, you cannot really note down alapane ella madodu. It is completely spontaneous.
Yes.
That comes from complete bhakti only. It cannot be notations. Yeah, very nice, beautiful example over there. All right, shall we go to the next shloka? Thank you, Shaila. Then we have 7.4. I think Kamala will share her understanding of this. Yes, Kamala.
Yeah. भूमिरापो नलो वायुः कम्मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इतीयं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टदाम्. So Bhagavan in the last shlokas, he's telling that I am the Sachidananda Swarupi. You need to understand all those things. But we are not realized people. We cannot understand all those things. So he is coming to our level. He is telling his material nature. From Sagun to Nirgun, he will be taking us. So he's telling that because of our ego, we are not able to understand that superior nature of Bhagavan. So there is material senses can experience only the gross things, right? So not the subtler one. So he's telling that whatever you see around you, that 5 elements, along with the manasa, buddhi, and ahankara, everything is me only. Everything that we experience, they are different energies of Bhagavan. So just like we feel the heat, but we cannot see the fire. So it's like that. It is that Bhagavan. So this is what I understand.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. So this is how this Kham, Mana, Buddhi, Bhumi, Apo, Anala, Vayu, all this is ancient cosmology. So this is when we had a very good discussion about this Big Bang theory and all that, isn't it? So beautiful. Everything is my higher nature and lower nature. Only thing that we are unable to see the lower nature as God because of Maya, because of this Ajnana. Samashti Ajnana Upahita Chaitanyam. Saguna Brahma is called that. Virat is called Samashti Ajnana Upahita Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam, consciousness, which is limited by Ajnana. That is what it is. This lower nature of God is called. Okay, very nice. Anybody else? Any more comments, or can we go to the next? Okay, this is 7.5. Chandra. Alva?
Ama.
Heli.
Apareyamitastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jivam utam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat.
Yes.
The Lord explains the para-prakriti, the higher nature. It is the life element by which the whole universe is upheld. Even this, like the apara prakriti, is under the control of the Lord, the Purusha. Let us understand the distinction between the para and apara prakriti by means of an illustration. There is a pot filled with water and the orb of the sun is reflected in it. Here the pot and water are apara prakriti, inferior nature, and the reflected orb of the sun shining in the water is para prakriti, higher nature. The pot stands for the body, the water for the mind, and the reflected sun for the individual self, ego, by which man is deluded into thinking that he is a distinct and real personality. The real sun shining in the sky is Atma, Purusha, the Lord. When the pot and water are destroyed, the sun is not at all affected by it. He shines in his own pristine glory. So the falling away of the body does not make any difference to Atma, which is eternal. Shankaracharya in Viveka Chudamani explains this. The wise man leaves the pot, water and the reflection and looks at the real self, luminous sun. So also the man of knowledge does not attach himself to the body, mind and egoism, which appears as his individual self. He takes refuge in Atma, which is distinct from all these three. In the same way, the sun in the sky is absolutely separate from that which is reflected in the water. All the changes pertain to the pot water and the reflection in it. The real sun does not change. The pot may be big or small, the water pure or muddy. This does not affect the sun. So also the changes that take place in the body and mind of man does not affect Atma. The para and apara prakriti of the Lord undergoes all sorts of modification, but the Lord, Purusha, is not touched by them at all. The elements are insentient according to the Advaitic concept. Both the prakritis are unreal. What is real is Atma. The seeker has to give up both the lower and higher prakriti in order to reach Atma. Of course, the life element, the personality state, is superior to the gross insentient matter, but it is also a component part of nature and cannot claim the attribute of reality. The man is a dream may be superior to the rocks and trees of the dream, but to the awakened man, both the dream man and the dream world are utterly unreal. Thus, we arrive at the one supreme reality in para and apara prakriti dwell, subject to the control of the Purusha, knowing that the individual ego and the world are both unreal. The seeker has to take refuge in the supreme Brahman.
Okay. So what is the reflection in the pot called? What is the reflection of the sun in the pot of water? What is it called in Advaita?
Chidabhasa.
Chidabhasa. Isn't it? Chidabhasa alva Chandra?
Ama.
So all our jivas, we are all chidabhasas, reflection of the ultimate in the individual body-mind complex. So the problem is when the chidabhasa identifies with the inferior one, which is the body and mind, and forgets about the person in the, the real person standing in front of the mirror. Very nice. Okay. All right. Enadru yaradru heladidya idr bagge? Stories. Okay. Fine. Thank you. 7.5 aitu. Next we are in 7.7. Yes.
The
Tell Nirmala.
Rasa Krida. in Rasa Krida, there is only one Krishna. But there are so many Krishnas dancing along with the gopis.
Correct.
So
only one Sakshi.
One Krishna is there. There are so many Krishnas dancing along with gopis. What is it?
What is it?
One Purusha dancing with the Prakritis.
Yes. Only one Purusha, the entire Jagat is three, it is called. It is said, there is only one Purusha, that is Krishna. That Mirabai's famous statement. You know, when a great Jnani came to see Mirabai.
I'll tell the story.
Yes.
I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
It's my closest to my heart.
Yeah. Please tell.
So, Krishna comes to see Goswami. Comes running to see Goswami. Oh, Krishna Bhakta has come to my town. And in the entrance, the people say, no, our Swami doesn't meet any women.
Yeah, Swami doesn't meet women.
Women. So she writes to Goswami one small note that, oh, I thought you are a Krishna Bhakta and you and I are same. There is only one Purusha, Krishna. We are all the Stris, the gopis. Oh, you have not even got over the Stri Purusha also. What is? Oh, I'm sorry, I came running to see. Then Goswami comes running and falls at her feet and says, I'm sorry, Ma, you have opened my eyes.
So the entire universe, Jagat, is Prakriti, which is three. Entire universe is Jagat is three only. Three, I heard in one of the masters saying, three is made up of three syllables. Sa, ta, ra. What is that? Sattva, Tamas and Rajas. Entire universe is nothing but Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and it is Prakriti, which is three. And there is only one Purusha, which is Chaitanya, Sakshi, awareness, whatever you want to call it. Very nice. Okay. So this is, we should not forget that everyone is just three only. Full of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas in different titrations in each of us. That's all. Okay, thank you. So 7.7, I think it is Padmaja.
To add,
yeah.
Even the concept of Radha itself, because Radha, apparently there is a debate, right? It is not mentioned in Mahabharata. There is no mention of Radha in Mahabharata. It was a creation of Jayadevar in his Ashtapadis Santa. So, I mean, the Jivatman and Paramatman. Radha by nature is the Jivatma.
Yes.
Is yet to attain the Paramatma. So there is everybody is Radha according to.
Everybody is a Radha. Everybody is a Mumukshu Bhakta. Correct.
Yeah.
And some
similar, I think, correlation is actually it's there in Ganapati. Also, Ganapati alli the Ekadanta. Murdogira Danta. Because besides the story of him writing the Mahabharata with it, other Tattva also, all of us know here that he let go of his pride and he continued writing. So I don't know if that has been discussed before. I mean,
no, tell. Heli. Yeah.
I mean, so we all have, we know that story where Veda Vyasara, he wants a scribe to write the Mahabharata. So, I mean, Brahma suggests, what do you call Ganapati? So, Ganapati na upasne madi, Ganapati appears in front of Veda Vyasar. And the conditions to Kelidivel, that is, Ganapati says, okay, I agree to write for you, but you should not stop dictating.
Correct.
The moment you stop dictating, I will leave the pen and go.
Right.
For which the counter condition from Veda Vyasar was that, fine, I will do that, but you are not supposed to write it unless you understand that shloka.
Correct.
So at the Baritaruvaga, I mean, apparently Ganapati actually started writing with an actual pen, with an actual lekhani. So I mean, maybe it could be a feather or whatever it was. So olegari mele. And there were situations where Vedavyasa actually wanted some time to compose the next set of slokas. And at that moment, he composed something very difficult and gave it to Ganapati that even Ganapati took time to understand. So how difficult actually Mahabharata is to understand, that even Ganapati, being the Lord of knowledge,
Lord of knowledge.
time to understand. But in the process, while he was dictating so fast, Vedavyasa, Ganapati's the actual lekhani broke. So while he was trying to write so fast, and he didn't want the process to stop. Like they give this comparison of how important a mane is for a lion. The lion ಗಡ್ಡ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಮೆಜೆಸ್ಟಿನೇ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So similarly, the danta of an elephant is the pride of
an elephant. Correct.
So Ganapati was aware of that. And Nand then Murdha, I mean, we can all argue Ganapati is God on some chitke or innan pen or maybe how can his pen break? I mean, these are all the Puranic views. I mean,
besides the point.
But he was willing to let go of his self-image or whatever for the propagation of highest knowledge.
Beautiful. So
Murdha kundu continue ಮಾಡ್ದ ಅವನು. So that is the Ragadvesha Rahitanadavanu Ganapati and indication is through the Ekadanta.
Wonderful.
Another correlation which also given is Ganesha Kosha and the Bukkali. They mentioned the incomplete tusk is the Jivatman and the complete tusk is the Paramatman.
Beautiful metaphor. Beautiful metaphor.
Multiple things we can actually.
Yes. Wonderful. Tumba chanagittu. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
Lovely. Okay. 7.7. Padmaja?
Yes. Mattah parantaram nanyate kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. So the translation is, there is nothing higher than myself, O Arjuna. Everything rests in me as beads strung on a thread.
Wow, beautiful.
Sri Krishna is the Supreme Lord, who is eternal, omniscient, and infinite bliss. He is without beginning and end, the origin of all, and the cause of all causes. So here, if you see, as the pearls are strung in a thread, they can move in this place. The God has also given us individual souls the free will to act as they wish. Yet their existence is bound to him, bound to Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna is the string behind the beads, behind all of us. So that's it. So we shouldn't try to understand, the bottom line is we shouldn't try to understand Maya. We should transcend beyond the Maya. So once we know everything is Krishna, me and world are no different. It's all the same.
Yeah. And look at the poetry of this beautiful verse. Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. That imagery that evokes that everybody is strung on the string. We are all beads on the string of the universe. Isn't that beautiful? And if we give it, if we really visualize it, you, me, you, all of us, and in between there are other beings also, some cockroach, some elephant. All of us are in the same string. Where is this question of I am higher and lower? All of us are in the same string. We are all beads. Someone is red, someone is green, someone is yellow, but ultimately all the base material is the same, just colored by the vasanas ashte. That's all it is. So beautiful.
Just imagine there is no thread.
If there is no thread, there is no string also. There is no,
there is no string. Think of it and look at the beads They are all lying astray,
Scattered, yeah.
scattered everywhere. But whereas when you string it, it looks nicely into a string of pearls. How beautiful it looks.
How beautiful.
The creation, God, the universe and its creation is nicely strung.
Yes.
It is not scattered like that. We are not anathas.
We are not anathas.
We are not anathas. We have Lord looking over us. Remember that. We are taken care of children.
Yes.
Remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the string stands for. The mother allows the child to fly a kite. The kite flies far away, but there is a small string which is, controlling the flight of the kite.
Correct.
Like that, our Lord allows us to fly. Okay, fly, my dear. But ultimately, when the pull comes, you're not all that free. You have the freedom like the cow. The cow is tied to a pole with a rope. The cow can go inside. Cow can go in between. Cow can go maximum that outer ring.
Correct.
You cannot just go free. Like that we are.
Yes. But the liberated one?
But the liberated one is...
String has been cut.
String has been cut.
The
string has not been cut.
Mentally.
The Lord itself.
So mental, this thing has correction in the mental understanding. Yes. That this body mind I am seeing my own body mind is in the string, but his consciousness is completely free.
Yes. Rahul has written something.
Yenappa, Rahul?
So I just wanted to share this one more thing I learned through Cosmos. So Cosmos actually a video kalsideni ivaga on the WhatsApp group. I've sent a link. Neil deGrasse Tyson avardu, where he explains what is nothing. So suppose you open an empty box and somebody asks what is there inside, we say nothing. There's nothing in it. But he so beautifully explains what nothing actually means. So and what absolute nothing means. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ there is still air inside.
Yes.
So which has so many trillions of molecules of air, even like a 1 cubic meter of idರಲ್ಲಿ.
Correct.
So he goes on to explain even between Earth and Moon, that empty space, where there is no gravity experience between the Earth and Moon. Space allo, even if you took 1 cubic meter of space, there is apparently exact numbers marteni, but something like some 8 trillion molecules ide anta adral alno. In between that space between Earth and Moon, each cubic meter has some 8 trillion molecules of some substance,
some material. Yes,
some material. So then he goes, if we go out of the solar system, intergalactic space alluno, there is some 8 million molecules alli. So atara per cubic meter. And he also again explains Earth allene, I mean somewhere near CERN, Europe alli, they've created this laboratory where they can suck out and create vacuum in a room, in a chamber. The last possible amount of air tarano, or they try to suck it out and create a vacuum. And there is still some 80,000 molecules per cubic meter hangeno eno ide antadu alli. So then he explains then what exactly is nothing anta bandaga. He says that is where it should be a space where there is zero molecules, there's absolutely no molecules, and still he says there is something in that space also. Newton's laws of physics will apply in that space. A 3 laws, action, reaction, it will apply there. So nothing actually means, I mean, the actual word nothing means it's a space or whatever, a situation where even Newton's laws don't work.
Correct.
And that is actually our Sushupti. So Sushupti is the only place or situation where Newton's laws don't work.
Don't work. Absolutely. When you're one with Ishvara.
Correct, absolutely. So, Ali, one of my little cousins had asked, Ksheerasagara Shayanadallidane Krishna anta heltaralva adu, and everything is with me anta. So, yavado ಒಂದು Pacific Ocean ತರ ಒಂದು ocean ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಲಗಿದ್ರೆ he's on the earth alva. So, how is he anta? So then, this whole cosmos, it is filled with ether, and whatever is said. It's not emptiness actually. There is an ocean of something which we are not able to perceive. So there is nothing higher than myself. Everything rests in me. And out there in the cosmos, there's an expansive, unlimited ocean.
Yes.
The ocean that we know of, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, these are made up of water, but
material.
There is an ocean out there made of something else. So
which is consciousness. Something else andre mattinneno idu ankobardu. It is just a consciousness, no?
Consciousness, physically speaking also.
Physically also. It's always expanding antala. The universe is continuously expanding apparently.
Correct.
So it's adikke adu infinite anta helodu, I guess. Ananta.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even the material universe is also ananta and eternal also, because it's always there.
True.
It's always manifest for someone or another. If I am in Sushupti, doesn't mean somebody else is not experiencing the universe, isn't it?
Correct.
So it is so fantastic. So Karara Vindena Padara Vindam. That is the one. That is the shloka which says that it's the Krishna who survives all the. He is the one witness in all the universes. Everything. Karara Vindena Padara Vindam. Mukhara Vindena Vinimeshayantam. Andre, he is the little Krishna. We have seen that imagery of the Krishna floating on the idala. Vatasya patrashya puteshayanam. Balam mukundam manasasmarami. That imagery of Krishna is floating on a banyan leaf in the ocean of consciousness. What is he doing? He is holding his big foot, the toe in the idu ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಿಪ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓಡಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Consciousness is unaffected in and through the universes which are created and destroyed. ಪ್ರಳಯದಲ್ಲೂ ಯಾರು ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್. So there is nothing ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. It's always ಪೂರ್ಣಂ. ಪೂರ್ಣಮದ ಪೂರ್ಣಮಿದಂ. Alva? There is no shunya. Even though the Buddhist talk of shunya, the shunya, the theory has been abolished, demolished by your cosmos fellow. Even in the material sense, there is no shunya. And in the absolute sense also, there is no shunya. It's always purna.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
ರಾಹುಲ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಐ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್. ಅವ್ರ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡಿಡಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗದೆ ಅದು ಏನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಗಾಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರ? ಇವನ್ ದ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವೆನ್ ಇದು ಐನ್ಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ವೆನ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ನಮ್ ತಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟ ಓಡಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ದೇವ್ರು, even the greatest surgeon or the doctor in the hospital ultimately says it's all left to God. I have done my best. Athara. So that's the God particle. Very beautiful. Okay, who is doing the next shloka? Yes. Sorry. ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒನ್? 7. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ವಿನಯ 1 minute, let me share it. Your voice is breaking, Vinaya. Voice is breaking.
Now.
Now,
Now,
okay. Yeah. Carry on.
Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva ye Prabhadyande Mayame Tam Tarantite.
Mayame tam tarantite. Not mayam.
Mayame Tam.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
Mayame Tam Tarantite.
Yes. Tell me. Carry on.
Energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So then how will they be delivered from this bewilderment of the three modes? The word Devi comes from Deva, which means those who sport with sense enjoyment. So it refers to the jivas. Thus, Deva makes it possessive, that belonging to the jivas for their pleasure. So Devi therefore means that which bewilders the jivas. So this Maya is the bewilder of the jivas who enjoy sense objects. That is the Devi. It is made of the gunas, and by implication it is a great noose of three strands. So here guna means rope. It's an attachment. So this Maya, the external energy, belongs to me, the Supreme Lord. It is difficult to surpass. As a nose, it is impossible for anyone to untie or to uncut it. So, touching his chest, the Lord says, have faith in my words. Anyone who surrenders unto me, the form of Shama Sundara, crosses over this Maya. So, this is a commentary by Sri Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur of Gaudiya Sampradaya. Another meaning of guna is rope. So it is to be understood here that the conditioned soul is tightly tied by the ropes of illusion. So that somebody who is bound cannot help the bound. The rescuer, only if the rescuer is liberated, that is only Lord Krishna.
Yes.
He is what to say, right? Even Lord Shiva says that Mukti Pradada Sarvesham Vishnu Evana Samshayaha. There is no doubt that Vishnu is the deliverer of the liberation for everyone. So here the word Mameva is also significant. Mam is unto Krishna only, and not Brahma or Shiva. Although Brahma and Shiva are greatly elevated and are almost on the level of Vishnu, it is not possible for such incarnations of Raja, Guna, or
Okay. Hello.
So, Raja Guna. Ma means unto Krishna only and not Brahma or Shiva. Although Brahma and Shiva are greatly elevated and are almost on the level of Vishnu, it is not possible for such incarnations of Rajoguna and Tamoguna to release the conditioned soul from the clutches of Maya. So, in other words, both Brahma and Shiva are also under the influence of Maya. Solely Vishnu is the master of Maya, therefore he alone can give relief to the conditioned soul. So, freedom is possible only by understanding Krishna. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. So anybody wants to add to this? I have a few things to clarify here for myself. Anybody has the doubts that I have? Is it correct to say only Vishnu will deliver and not Shiva and Brahma? In Saguna, in the Saguna Brahman, we are making comparisons here. No, Vinaya? See, there is a slight, a little subtle differentiation here. Narayana, what we speak of, Narayana is the para. Narayana is the para. And from Narayana come Vishnu, Shiva and Brahma. They are all, Vishnu is also this thing, Amsha of Narayana, Saguna Brahma, who is in charge of maintenance. And Shiva is the in charge of destruction. And Brahma is in charge of creation. From where did Brahma come? From the Nabhi of Narayana, isn't it? Shesha Shayana, the one who is sleeping on the Adi Shesha. Isn't it? So all these three energies which sustain and which create, sustain and destroy the universe, they have been given the names of Brahma, Vishnu and Ishvara. Okay. But when we say we go down to Shiva, we are talking about the para aspect. We are not talking about these Saguna Brahma, Saguna aspects. So there are, say, about this Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva of the Saguna, this creator, destroyer, maintainer. There are so many stories involving them. Why Brahma is not worshipped, why Vishnu is superior and all that. But here, Krishna is talking about the para aspect of Brahman, para Shakti, para this one, isn't it? So we should be very careful when we make such statements that Shiva cannot deliver, Brahma cannot deliver. Let's not do that. Yeah, Vinaya.
Okay.
Because some Shiva Bhakta, if we don't understand, then we might get angry, no? Why? My Shiva is superior to Vishnu. Why should we get into that? Because there are very subtle differences in the way we should understand all this. Isn't it?
We are studying Advaita Vedanta.
Advaita Vedanta.
Where we say there is only one.
Only
okay,
one.
You call him Narayana for my sake. I don't care. It is Narayana, Shiva, Brahma, all put together. That is Narayana. I'm not differentiating between Narayana, Shiva and Brahma. Are, I'm telling you, there is no two. There is only one. When I say that, then how can I say there is one Purnima ji, there is one Vinaya, there is one Nirmala, there is one Rahul, there is one Chanda? No.
Sutre Manigana Iva.
There is only one. That is that rope.
That's the rope.
All of us are those pearls.
Correct.
So we have to think in that lines.
On those lines, we have to think.
On those lines. And even if Vinaya says it's Narayana, Narayana, I know she is referring to him as Brahman. She's not referring to Narayana as in form of Narayana. No, it is Brahman Narayana she's talking about.
Similarly, when Shaivites think of talk of Shiva, they're actually referring to Brahman Shiva, isn't it?
Yes.
So in this forum, it is fine. We can understand because we are all studying the Gita and we are kind of, getting a hold on Advaita and all that. But outside of here, Vinaya, we should be very careful how we talk. This is what I am telling, that's all. Isn't it? Let us not get into any trouble here. Who taught you? No, I go to Bhagavad Gita class. Beda, beda. Right?
No, according to that people, that. If you tell, I will say my mother is the best. For Purnima, her mother is the best.
Yes.
But,
correct. But
in general, the rule is mothers are the best.
Ashte. Right. Well said. All right. Somebody is washing patre. Who is that? Can you please mute? Somebody. Okay. Who is doing this shloka now? Yes. Indra. Carry on. Somebody has to be on mute. I am not able to find out who it is.
Naman dukrutino prapadyante naradhama Maya pahrita jnana asambhavamashrita.
Yes.
Translation: 4 kinds of people do not surrender unto me.
Those Jayashree has to just put it on mute.
Oh, Jayashree has to mute. Okay. Okay. Jayashree. Let me mute her. Yeah. Yeah, now she's on mute. Thank you, Jayashree. Okay. Yes, carry on, Indra. Now we are good. Yeah.
4 kinds of people do not surrender unto me. Those ignorant of knowledge, those who lazily follow their lower nature, though capable of knowing me, those with deluded intellect, and those with a demonic nature.
Okay.
In this verse, Sri Krishna says that there are 4 categories of people who do not surrender to him.
Okay.
The ignorant means people who lack spiritual knowledge and do not know anything about the soul being eternal, and that is ultimate goal is God realization. They have never heard about the concepts or aware of the process of surrendering to him, surrendering to God. Next comes the lazy. These are the ones who have the knowledge and awareness of what they need to do, but still due to their lazy nature do not want to take any initiative to surrender. So laziness is a big enemy and it resides in our body itself. Work is a good friend of humans which never leads to downfall.
Yeah.
Next comes deluded intellects. Here people who are so proud of their intellects that they have no faith in the scriptures or the teachings of the saints. Because they do not have faith, they are unable to practice surrender or understand the concepts of God realization. Next comes the demonic nature. These are the people who are aware of God and his purpose for the world, but still work against him. It is because of their nature, they do not like God or his glories. They themselves are far from the devotion and try to disturb others who are on the path of spirituality. Surrender to God is not at all expected from them. So these 4 natures.
Yeah. Okay. Maya apahruta jnana. All these 4 nature people, their jnana has been kidnapped by Maya. So the only way is to, like in the previous shloka, Krishna said, Mameva ye prapadyante, Mayam etam tarantite. Yes, Nirmala.
See, as Prabhuji says, these jignasus and people who are interested in knowing about Atma Vidya, studying Vedanta, it's only just the 5% of the population.
The first shloka begins with like that, no? Today's shloka. Bahunam janmanamante. Yes.
So under that condition, what happens is, most of the people won't even hear. Even if they hear, it will not strike. Even if it strikes, you will not work towards it. You know, you see with your own eyes the whole world. How many people are coming for this Bhagavad Gita class? So many. It's available for everybody. But just see, pick and choose. Just 15, 19 people are coming. What does it mean? It means that unless and until you have the Chitta Shukti, you have that bank balance, unless you have that, that punji, that unless until you have that purva punya karma phala, you cannot come here, you cannot understand. Even if I come here, I will not understand. Even if I understand, I will not take actions.
Yes.
So
right.
Maya, it's just like a mother and a child. The mother allows the child to go on playing. The child will be going on playing. Right. Suddenly it will think of the mother and comes, Amma, it comes.
Yeah.
And like that, there will be a time when that aspirant will come running. Oh, I want to know God. That time God will give him opportunities like this Bhagavad Gita class to attend and solve all his doubts.
Correct.
Until that time, God doesn't
go on
disturb.
playing. You can go on playing with the toys.
Mother doesn't disturb the baby. Let him enjoy with the toys. Why unnecessarily? Why speed up the process?
Correct.
So everyone has got his own time, timelines.
Correct.
So he goes by it.
And in the cosmic timeline, it doesn't matter. Millions of lifetimes also don't matter. Right. Thank you, Pa. Okay, this is 7.16. Are we sharing it? Okay. So this is the Deepa, and she is not coming today. So I will just quickly chant. Cheturvida bhajante mam jana sukruti norjuna arto jignasurartharthi jnani cha bharatarshaba. Bharatarshaba, oh best among the Bharatas. 4 kinds of pious people engage in my devotion. The distressed, Artha. The seekers of knowledge, Jnani. Jignasu. The seekers of worldly possessions is Artharthi. And those are situated in knowledge, which is a Jnani. So we can see who are we and why are we seeking Krishna. It is very clear here. So many kinds of people seek him. For whatever reason, we have come to the feet of Krishna. And Krishna is so kind, he entertains all of us. Any which way you come to me, I am very happy. You have come, you want something, okay, take. I will give you. But think of me. Ashte. So beautiful.
Why would when I am in problem, why would I ever think of Krishna? Why should I think of him? I can think, Are, oh my daddy, see, I am in trouble, I can say. Oh my husband, I am in trouble, I can say. I can say so many things. But why am I am coming to Krishna means that itself is one big hurdle crossed.
Sukrutino, he uses the word Sukrutino. Only the Sukrutino will come. The one with great punya will come to me. Draupadi called the whole world to protect her, but finally it was Krishna when she called only she was protected in that, in the asthana of Duryodhana.
Have I told you people the story of Janamejaya?
Ah, yes, you have.
Oh,
you tell me others, I'm not sure if they have heard it. Janamejaya.
No, ma, we didn't hear it.
So Janamejaya is the, son of Parikshit. He was furious after Takshaka, bit him and killed. He came out of the lemon. He was living in a castle.
Correct.
And the yogis brought him a lemon. And from that, there is a small little worm which came. And suddenly it turns into a Takshaka and it bites him and he is dead. And Janamejaya is a little boy then. He grows up and then he starts doing big yajna to kill all the snakes.
Right.
So many million snakes were dead. And then, there is some little, this thing, the devas say, enough. Okay, you've done it. Enough, now you stop. So meanwhile, he has a question for Krishna. Krishna, he says, when he was young itself, he asked, Krishna, why you said you are the friend of my parents? My whole kula, you are my friend. What the hell happened? Why did you allow this dice thing to go on?
Good question. Yeah.
So he said, Arey, don't ask Janameja. Your grandfather, Yudhishthira, decided to play dice. And you know what he said? All the brothers come here. Don't tell this to Krishna.
He was guilty.
And he had that. And what he said? Please lock the door. Don't allow Krishna to come. Whereas, what Duryodhana did? Duryodhana said, I don't know to play dice. On my behalf, Shakuni will play.
See.
He said that, no? Why these people cannot say, my Krishna will play on our behalf? Whereas, they shut him out.
Ashte.
So they did not allow Krishna to intervene at all. Fortunately, why is Draupadi considered the greatest? Because she is the one who surrendered to Krishna.
Correct.
Even that, she surrendered at the last.
When no chara was left.
Yeah. And she was having her periods and she was brought naked in front of all these great people. And all these people were quiet. She has 5 amazing, super husbands. What was the use? There was Bhishma sitting. There was all the great, august people sitting. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
So he explains to Janamejaya, I was shut out from this. So you cannot question me. Those people did not include me at all.
They all their Maya Apahrita Jnana, all their minds were deluded at that point of time, you know. All this happens to teach us all a lesson only. There is nothing more. Ultimately, it's for us to learn. That's all. So it's already 8:05. We should be continuing the next class, people, because there are half the chapters left. All of us can give enough time to discussing the rest of the shlokas. What do you say, people?
Yes.
Yeah, next class is good.
Next class and Madana, so that we can really, properly understand the entire thing again. Done.
We are really enjoying this and ruminating over the chapters.
That is the whole thing. We have to ruminate.
When you ruminate, that is the time when the sweetness
inside.
Comes.
Howdu.
Sweetness comes.
Yes, the rasa comes.
Yes.
Rasa comes the more we chew on this.
Yes.
Vinaya, next class, Barbeko. You should not miss.
I will come for sure, ma'am.
Yeah. So the more we ruminate, the more it will go deeper. Right? Done. Okay. So we will meet in the next class. Lokaah samastah sukhino bhavantu. Lokaah samastah sukhino bhavantu. Lokaah samastah sukhino bhavantu. May the vibrations of this Jnana Yajna spread to the universe. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Krishnarpanamastu.
Thank you.